Welcome everybody. We're actually here at the Ubon airport here in Thailand, about to leave, and so I wanted to quickly catch a chat here with my dear friend Sue Hunt, who has been our host here in Thailand. I was actually here about 11 years ago, but I was in Bangkok. Now Ubon is east of Bangkok and not too far from the Laos border. So Sue has been hosting us here for the past 4 days. So I thought I'd just get a little reaction from you and how you think it went, and any observations, if you have any, about the difference between this community where you're now based and where it was when you were in Bangkok.
Well, firstly, I want to say thank you so much, Jonathan and Debbie Driscoll, for coming. It's been a very great blessing for us. Here in Ubon, we are only 0.4% Christian. And missionaries only came 40 years ago, so compared to Bangkok it's quite an undeveloped church, and many of the believers here are quite weak in their faith, coming from a strong Buddhist background. So input like yours, visits like yours are a great blessing for us here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Now I know the work that you're doing here in Ubon is a new work, and that you're the Living Waters director here in this city. How new is it?
Living Waters.
Yeah, Living Waters.
Living Waters is brand new here. I was in Bangkok for 10 years. I've been here 15 months. And we had Andy Comiskey come last March for our first seminar.
You're really hitting them with a 1-2 punch here and introducing our material, Spirit of Death, Shame, Self-Hatred, right afterwards.
My hope always is to always have something on the horizon within a few months.
That's great.
And it's like plowing very hard ground, but the Lord has been so faithful. I mean, He's brought you here, He brought Andy here, and He's coming again in April. This year we'll have our first 20-week program starting in May. So it's all like collecting the harvest from seminars, from teachings, visits like this, which is such a blessing for us.
And you had, getting back to Breaking Free, for instance, you've translated that into Thai. And do you think that they can take this material and work with it?
Oh, we are thrilled to have it reprinted, having Breaking Free reprinted in Ubon. We've got 600 copies, beautiful little Thai booklet. It's such a blessing because your material, Jonathan, is pretty much encapsulated in the Breaking Free booklet. So your story and the prayer, breaking free from the spirit of death, is all there. And when you visited us in 2004 and you came to Bangkok and Dak, we heard that there were some rice farmers who had AIDS, and they were not in a very good condition, not so much from the disease, but more from fear of death. And they learnt to pray the prayer, and they took Breaking Free in Thai into the rice fields and would pray for each other when they were feeling despair, and actually got their lives back.
Well, it's a blessing to hear that. I was also struck while I was here in having a chance to preach at one of the, it's the first church that was Christian church established in Ubon, and the pastor, when we got there, said that he had sent 30 of his people to the seminar, which I thought was pretty extraordinary. I'm sure they were going because they knew Sue, but this was new material, and they showed up. It was really amazing. And I've noticed both with that pastor where I preached yesterday and the church where we did the seminar, both pastors were so humble and so ready to receive themselves. It was amazing.
I thank God for His love for the Thai church here. She is a weak and disempowered church, but what with the geographical isolation, they've had very little opportunity for input. So when people like you and Debbie come, it's such an honor to them that the Lord would send such speakers, such Christians with kind of experience that they, haven't had. Not only to bless their members, but they themselves very often are ready to receive. I thank God for those two pastors. They have had an exposure already the last 15 months to Living Waters material and to Andy's teaching, so the Lord prepared them in that way too. But yeah, we're just so grateful. And I always say to the Thais that God hasn't overlooked Ubon.
Amen. Thank you. Well, we hear some flight information in the background just to let you know what you're hearing. That's not our flight, but I want to thank you, dear friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you all for watching this video. Until the next time, in our next e-journal, God bless you.
God bless.